Hello, welcome to Literacy This Week. Today is November 30th, and we have a new passage called Idaho's Secret Underwater Navy Base. You can find that under this module, and you should be able to click on it, and you'll notice at the bottom it says click on this box to activate tool. You'll need to do that in order to enter in your cold read for this week, okay? So by now, you should have read the passage. Again, Idaho's Secret Underwater Navy Base is the title of the passage this week. And you should have read that by setting a timer for 1 minute and timing yourself reading for 1 minute. And then you don't want to forget to put a bar or a little note where you stopped when the timer went off. That way you can calculate how many words you read in that minute. Also, make sure to subtract any errors that you had. Remember, it's okay to have errors. You haven't read this passage before. So, make sure you write it down, because then once you learn the words, you can feel good about yourself when you say them the right way and get them correct on your warm and hot reads, okay? So, as I said before, now you should have completed your 1 minute timing. And now, because it's Monday, you should remember that your teacher generally reads the passage to you. I'm going to read it to you while we are out for quarantine. Okay, so let me begin. Few would expect the United States' top submarine outpost to be tucked away in the panhandle of landlocked Idaho. But this advanced facility has quite a unique history, and it's at the bottom of a lake, no less. In fact, before these underwater military vessels can be added to the naval fleet, each piece of state-of-the-art technology on board must be tested under open water conditions without venturing into the dangerous ocean territory. Nestled in Idaho's panhandle is the tiny lakefront town of Bayview, population just over 500. This woodsy waterfront haven is set on the scenic shores of Idaho's largest lake, Lake Pend Oreille. But hidden beneath the surface of this stunning lake is something incredible that few people know about. It's called the U.S. Navy Acoustic Research Detachment, or ARD, and it still remains one of the Navy's best kept secrets even to this day. Subs up to 88 feet long dip and dive through waters as researchers explore the latest in underwater acoustics. Many of the subs are scaled down in size, but the work that takes place here is completely unsurpassed by any other area in the country. Lake Pend Oreille is Idaho's largest, deepest, and quietest body of water, making it perfect for top secret underwater missions. Pend Oreille's depth, calm, crystal clear waters, and chilly temperature mimics the open ocean without all of the hazards that come from military testing offshore. Although over 375 miles from the ocean, it's often called the U.S. submarine force's most important body of water, which is rather impressive. Most of the testing is done in key locations on or tethered to the bottom of the lake. In fact, this small, obscurely located base has assisted with every major submarine tech development since 1960. Sensitive enough to hear even raindrops on the surface of the water, each piece of machinery is heavily tested within the lake's depths for range, accuracy, and buoyancy design. For a landlocked state like Idaho to have such a high-tech military research facility is absolutely incredible. And the fact that it's so top secret just adds to the unique curiosity factor. Okay, that concludes the reading of the passage. If you need to go back and listen to how I pronounced some of those words, you'll notice that the word Lake Pend Oreille Looks like Lake Pend Oriel, but it's not. It's actually pronounced Auray. It's a French name. And so keep that in mind. I know it kind of messes with your brain a little bit, but it is Pond Auray. I wouldn't mark yourself off for mispronouncing that word. Go ahead and just pretend like you got it right, but you know, try to pronounce it. It again is Lake Pond Auray, not Lake Pond Oriel. Okay. One of the fascinating things about this lake is that it's in Idaho. We can drive there. People actually live on and around this lake. They have houseboats, and it's not a large community, but it's supposed to be a really quaint little town. And they do all this research, and a lot of the residents say, like, you don't even realize that they're down there doing research, because a lot of the subs are tethered to the bottom of the lake. And but you know, people have been fishing on the lake and had a submarine come up not very far from them. So I can't even imagine that. But anyway, suggested vocab for this week is panhandle, venturing, acoustic, and buoyancy. Make sure that you pay attention on how to spell buoyancy. Notice that the U comes before the OY, right? So it looks like buoy. We can think of buoy in the ocean. We've seen buoys, or maybe we've seen buoys even at Bear Lake. They kind of signify, you know, this is where swimmers can swim safely. On the other side of this buoy is permitted boats only, and is a little more dangerous for swimmers. But on this side of the buoy, swimmers are safe. Buoys float. Buoys float. It's a marker for us to see, to know where we can start swimming. So think of that when you think of the word buoyancy. It's really not any different, right? It's all about floating, and they're checking for that. But always remember, the word looks like it has the word boy in it, and it does, but U comes before the OY. You can see that right here. Okay, so right here at the end. My screen's backwards, not for you. So notice how there's that little U right there before the OI sound, okay? Buoyancy. Okay, this concludes our lesson. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.